Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Diana the Paper Pineapple, and I'm back to work in my vacation album. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, this is supposed to be a craft with me video, but I would do this in real time had it not been that I don't have personal space. So when I'm crafting, I have my kids around, and so I'm unable to record an actual video as I'm working. I would love to have that instead, but in the meantime, this will have to do until I get my space. So I have finished initially the cover, and so now I'm ready to work in the inside. So I'll be working on the left side of the album. I'm just going to pick out a couple of papers from this Get Lost paper pad from, I believe it's Recollections. It's an older paper pad, I believe it's from 2018. So I picked out this pretty pink pattern paper, and then I had this blue. This is the only thing that I had left of making the album, so I wanted to make a pocket, and here I'm just scoring 1/4 of an inch all the way around except for the top, and I am folding and using my bone folder to score these pieces into place. And then I just get the corners, cut off the corners, because this is what's going to be, it's kind of like a gusset where you have space for a pocket. And as I'm putting this together, I realized this pocket is really deep. And so it just didn't look good. I figured it looked awkward. And so as I'm putting this together, I thought, well, maybe I should cut diagonally so it kind of gives more of a pocket look. And here I'm trying to show you like maybe like a little bit from the top, diagonal cut. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna cut off like about half, no, like 1.5 inches maybe. And so I cut that off, and I said, okay, this is better. I can work with this. And then I didn't have to do the diagonal cut. And another reason why I don't like the diagonal cut is because you put things in it, and as you're flipping through your album, all the stuff falls out. And so that's like a pet peeve of mine. I hate like things coming out of the pockets, and so I figured I'd probably be better just having it like this. So I just used a little bit of my art glitter glue and adhere the 3 sides all around, and I'm using these cool they're like crafty pins that you can use for crafting. It's in the Dollar Tree store. I bought a couple. I bought 2 big ones, and in this pack it comes with like 5 of these little ones. So they've come in handy. And then I'm ready to mat this pocket here, and I had this left over from the front cover, and I decided that I would use that. So yeah, I'm almost done with this pocket here, and here I'm showing you that there's enough space to add things, and it's like a little bit tight, so I could stuff it and things will be in place. Now if you wanted a bigger pocket, you would just add an extra 1/4 inch so that your pocket is deeper, so you can add more stuff in it, but that's up to you. Just a tip there if you guys are making pockets for something. And here I'm just showing you I have the leftover journaling cards. All this that I'm using comes with the paper pad. A couple of pages had these cool little post-it with words on it, and so I fussy cut all those. And I'm ready to use this one that says Nomad, and it gives, I love it because it gives definitions of the words. And I had this leftover washi from the front cover or the back cover, and I keep those because you can always use those as little washi strips. And then I do end up getting this yellow one, and then I glue it from behind, pick up this little piece here, and I like the way that looks. Kind of looks like a little washi strip there. And I wanted to add a gold paper clip. I thought I had bigger ones. I probably need to order some more. I have nothing but little ones, so it's just gonna have to do. I would like to have a bigger gold clip, maybe in the future if I find one. And then as I'm ready to move on to my intro pages, I found these stickers that I've been hoarding from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they sell them still, but they're this cute little summer collection. And I loved these sunglasses, and they're gold because the album has like gold on the pages. So I figured that's perfect. I'll just add these gold sunglasses. So now I'm ready to move on to the intro pages. This page right here is one that has a border, and I'm always like, I never use them because I hate the fact that it has a full border on it. It's like, what do you do with them? I don't really scrapbook with them. Some people make boxes out of them. That's pretty cool. I've seen some gal do it. I haven't yet found a use for them, but for this particular project, I think it'd be perfect to use this page with a border because it kind of takes care of the embellishment for me. So what I do is I take out the border all the way around, and just it has like a brown around it. And so I just measured so it would be in the middle, and since these flaps open, I figured that it would look cool to have the same page be in the opening, so it just looks like it's one full page, but in reality you're going to pull the tabs over and it's going to open up perfectly. So I love this idea, so you might want to keep those pages for these kinds of projects. So I'm just adding this, trying to mesh it as much as I could with the other page, and boom, it's done. I love how that turned out. I do need to mat the insides, and here's that one paper that I used from the one page, the border, but I figured I don't have two of those and I didn't want to mess up another one, so I figured I'd use the scraps. So I did have some of this scrap and I thought I would use that, and I just pulled out another 12 by 12 of it. I figured I'd use it later on in the album, so I'm just gonna measure out kind of with the pencil. I don't really measure out things. Some things I do measure out, but for the most part it's just eyeballing or just with the pencil, just mark where I want to cut my papers. So for this, that's like if it's both, if it's perfect. And then I do take out my scoreboard, my trimmer, and here I'm measuring out exactly what the page is, because I'm just going to cut it out from the 12 by 12, and then I don't have to worry about, doing it twice. So there I have my perfect cut, and then I have the measurement written down. So now I'm ready to mat these two sides over. Now for this part of the video, it is a little sped up because as I was editing this video, it was going to be like over an hour, and I don't particularly like to upload super long videos, not only because I feel like the viewer probably won't enjoy it as much. So I did kind of speed the beginning up because that's where my biggest part of my video was. So after this, I think I kind of slowed it down. Here you'll notice I slowed it down a little bit. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. I figured 25 minutes is like max. It's a good time to record a craft with me video. I think if it was live, I think it'd be a lot longer. I've seen people upload videos. Well, usually they're live videos. I've never done a live video. I'm too scared to do one. I feel like I don't have the following for a live. I don't think anybody would jump on. And people have different time zones, and it's just hard to figure out what time would be good for everybody to get on. But anyway, this is the best that I can. This is the best that I do for now, till I get brave to do one. So now that I got the insides already covered, and I totally forgot the outside of it, which I will do off camera, and then I will start another video, because this is just the inside cover and then the intro pages. I'll have to jump on and work on it little by little. You guys will get to see me put this album together. I get excited when I work in it. I just wish I could work on it more, but you know, life. You have things going on, you still have the family, and everybody's on summer vacation, kids want to do things. So, but now that I'm officially on vacation, I think I can finally squeeze in more craft time. I need to upload more videos because I've been kind of absent on here, which I do apologize. Anyway, I'm adding my pictures in. The top picture is a picture of our car rental because my daughter's boyfriend joined us for this trip and we don't fit. So we got the biggest vehicle that we could get. Every time that we go somewhere, we usually rent out the Wagoneer. It's like the best. It's like roomy, it's room for everyone. We like the way it runs. It's just a perfect vehicle. So every time we go somewhere, we always rent out the Wagoneer. And then the picture below is a picture of my daughter and her boyfriend holding hands while they were sleeping. They're so cute. I remember those days because my husband and I are high school sweethearts, and we did all those same things. Like, I just remember how cute, like, to see that, you know, with my daughter. So I always take pictures of them. Anyway, these two pictures here, the top picture is of us close by. We were close to San Diego, and you could see the ocean from the window. So I took a picture, and then here is a picture of us in Oceanside as we're crossing into town. And I love taking pictures with flags. I love to see the huge flags up with our flag blowing in the air. It's just very patriotic to me. So I always take those pictures. Here is just a little strip of leftover from the cover from the back. I'm just adding this like little washi strips. And I just adhere it here and call that good. Some I'm just adding a little bit of embellishing, not a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot of die cuts here, and this is an older collection, so I'm not going to find anything really that matches this, but anything travel I think I could use with this. Anything summer I could use with this. I could probably I'll have to bring out all my summer stamps and use those to embellish my pictures and layouts here. Here there's this little strip, sorry I'm out of frame, I'll fix it later. It says road trip, and I figured I would use it in that one picture where we're in the car with my daughter and her boyfriend holding hands. I figure that would be suitable. And here, as I'm going through these little die cuts, I see that there's one that says vacation getaway, and I figured, oh, that would be perfect to go on my cover. So I do take that out, and then I have this little tag here that says, I think it says dates. So I figure this is perfect to add here on my intro page here. And you'll see as I'm just playing around with the die cuts here, see what looks good. And I think, like, do I put it all on one page? It just looked very heavy. It's like, I think I'm going to split it up. So ultimately I do end up putting vacation getaway on the left side, and then that one little tab for dates on the right hand side. The bottom looks great with all the suitcases and the tags and the sunglasses and the tickets, maps. I just love all that. So I think I do end up using it that way. And now it's just placement. I have to move it around before I decide to glue it down and commit to it, because sometimes I'm very undecisive. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys undecisive when you guys are embellishing, like adding the final bells and whistles to your layout? Like, I always question myself, second guess myself. Does this look good? Does this not look good? I don't know. It's just, I feel like that's the hardest part for me. But anyway, I decided to commit, and I adhere these labels here. I apologize. I should have muted my watch. So here I I needed to take out my rolling date stamp, and I think I did it off camera, but before I do all of that, I needed some alpha stickers, and I brought out these. I particularly love these gold ones, but I saw that they did not have, oh, I apologize, they're texting me and it goes on my computer. My iMessage is on my computer, so I do apologize for all the dinging. It didn't have an S on those gold puffy stickers, so I was so bummed. So I used these are from Everyday Explorers. They were older ones, and it was like, I was either between the black and white. I felt it was just too stark, too dark. And so I opted for this one. It's just like a white and a tan. I figure like it goes with the colors, and there's tan on the page, so it worked out. So I ended up just writing, oh my goodness, can I mute this? I do apologize. I do apologize for that. I had to stop recording so that I can go and mute my alerts on my computer because they were coming in, and I'm in a group text and everybody's texting, and that is very annoying. I'm sorry. So back to where I was doing. Okay, so I am just spelling out San Diego with these stickers from Everyday Explorers. I do like the way it turns out. I feel like it meshes very well. The colors they all go together. They're all cohesive. And then I needed my roller date stamp to stamp out the dates that we were out in San Diego, and I can't remember if I did it on video or if I did it off camera, so we'll have to see. So that looks great. I'm happy with the way that looks, and I think here I'm showing you where I'm going to stamp my rolling date stamp. Now I'm ready to work in the inside. For this, I wanted to use some of these journaling cards. I really like this one that says adventure, and I really love this travel bucket list. So I wanted to use that one, and I figured, well, I can't fit both of these on here. So when I have that dilemma, I always end up using a flip of either the picture or the card, because I want to do both. So the only bummer is that on this adventure card, in order for me to fit both of those, I have to cover that top left corner of that adventure card. And so that was a bummer because I really like that faux washi tape on that left corner there. And I don't know if you could see on camera, but the adventure and the border around the postcard here, the journaling card, is in gold foil and is very pretty. And so I'm bummed that I have to cover it. But because I wasn't able to move the card on top of the photo, I didn't want to cover my husband's hand there. I just feel like it looks weird. His thumb just popping up from the card. So I decided that, well, there's no other way. I could do it this way, but it just looked weird to me. I don't know. I just felt like the journaling card needed to be on the bottom right hand side. So when I do something like that, I do end up making a photo hinge for my 4x6 photo. So usually I just take a piece of just copy paper. For this, I think I needed something a little bit more stable, so I do end up using cardstock just because of the constant flipping. I didn't want the paper to tear. So I do end up taking this cardstock here, measured out an inch, and then I score in between of that, and I do my photo hinge. Take my scoreboard here, and I am gonna make my score. So do that, and then I fold that, use my bone folder here to put that in half, and then I'm ready to glue down my, well, I want my picture on top, so it would have to be my bucket list on the bottom. So here I'm just trimming because I don't I don't know, it's just weird to me, like when you have something and the borders are not even. I don't know, is that a pet peeve of your guys's too? It is of mine. I just feel it just looks funky. I feel like the border has to be the same. So if like one's bigger than the other, I have to either cut it all off or I have to adhere it onto another piece of white cardstock to make the border, because I feel it just looks funky. So for this card, I look and I'm like, okay, well that's blue on blue. I need to break that up. So ultimately, I did end up getting that travel bucket list. Maybe I did it off camera. I don't know if I did it on video. I adhered it to white cardstock to break up the blues because it's blue on blue. So I needed a border on that. So I think I did. Here you see the little white border, and now I'm ready to adhere it to the photo hinge here, and I'm just adding that in there. So yeah, I think that looks a lot better. There's like a little bit of break in the blues, and then I just trim off the excess here. I'd rather have it be bigger than for it to be short. So, and then I don't like that there's like a lot of white, so I remove it, add more adhesive, and kind of center that a little bit so that there's white in the middle, like on top and bottom, versus just on the top. So it just looks a little bit more even, I guess, to the eye. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like those kinds of things people notice. Maybe not, maybe people are not so OCD like me. But I just feel like when you do something like this, you want to make sure that it's pleasing to the eye, right? Because you're going to be showing this to your kids, to family and friends, and you know, you want it to look nice. So, not striving for perfection, because that's not me, but I just want it to look nice. So I finally commit, add these postcards at the bottom, then I'm ready to add this photo hinge here. And I add my adhesive all the way around, and then I adhere it finally. And as I'm adhering this, I remember I need a tab for that picture, because then people won't know that this is a flip. So, and then it'd be easier to have a tab there so people can grab that and, you know, flip it. So as I'm going through the papers here, I figured that I would use this pretty yellow, and there's gold on this yellow as well. So I take up my tab punch. This is We Are Memory Keepers tab punch, and I figured I'd use it in this blue, but I was like, no, I don't want to add this blue. I'll just use this yellow. And then pink, there's a lot of pink in there, and then ultimately I use the yellow. So made sure that I had some gold in there, punched this tab out, and then I adhered it. I adhered it to that picture there. At the beginning, I adhered it to the top of the picture, which doesn't look that bad, but again, it looked funny to me. I was like, that just looks weird. Usually I adhere it from the bottom so you can't see. And if I wanted to, so I just take the glue off, added glue on the top of that, and then just glued it from the bottom. And I felt like that looked a little bit more cleaner. And if I wanted to, I can add a picture on the left hand side there, and that would cover that tab there. And I think that is it, guys. I think I finally finished the beginnings of my album. I'm excited to continue working. Here I just show you that I added my rolling date stamps, and then I added that cute little gold camera on the left hand side, and then I took out some of these fussy cut pieces that I did from the page and added destination, and now I feel like it's put together. And this is what I have so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, give me a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing so you don't miss a video. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and a great week. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.